bike. And you put in a battery because you got to test it to make sure that the motor works. You hook the leads in first, then you shove it in there and wait for it to warm up. And while we're doing that, usually pull another one out. Do the same thing. These batteries have been charged in advance. I charged them all.
Oh.
So the light came on, the pause button.
So when it works, when you know the battery is, the Clarion is reading the battery.
This is the Clarion.
If the battery lights
Got
turn
it.
on,
Okay.
that means it's connected correctly.
Okay.
If there's no lock symbol
Okay.
immediately after turning it on, it's in rebalance mode.
Which one's the lock one?
It's
It's
like
under.
right here.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
To turn it to activate the motor while it's in rebalance mode, you hold the pause button.
Okay.
Sometimes it'll make that noise, sometimes not.
How do you know it's in rebalance mode?
The lock button's not on.
Okay. Okay.
So,
When the lights turn on, that's a
well,
really
if
good
the rear
sign.
light turns on. If the rear light doesn't turn on, that's an issue. The front light will only turn on if the motor is connected to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So this bike's fine. Well, the electronics of this bike are working
Right.
correctly, we can assume.
Okay. And then you take it for a ride, and sometimes,
Most of the time,
most of the time, 99% of the
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
it is
yeah.
good.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
You have to pedal to engage the motor, and it takes off. Out of all the bikes that we tested before, like 120 bikes, only one bike, the motor wasn't, even though the light was on,
The motor wasn't on.
the motor wasn't.
And that was the first time I'd seen that after touching.
Yeah.
hundreds of bikes.
So what do you do if the light, like, what are some potential scenarios where it's not working and you can fix it to get it going?
If the front light doesn't turn on, for the purposes that we've been doing, we usually just separate it.
Yeah.
If the battery indicator lights aren't on and you hit the pause button and then the front light also doesn't come on, just
Yeah.
buy a different battery.
Okay.
But oftentimes, if the front light doesn't come on, you can also just try a different battery or unplug it, plug it back in. Sometimes it'll just work after that.
Yeah, I actually, we rejected, me and Pat rejected like 20 bikes because the battery we were using was no good.
Yeah, that happens often.
And what's the thing that you take the basket off and do you have that thing?
Yeah, I can go over that too.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
kind of separate. So, well, we can try this one. I have to get the basket remover.
Okay, I'll pause.